Hello, heroes and villains. Welcome to Multiverse. I'm not sure if the live stream. Well, there's a bit of a glitch on my end. Just give me guys a minute to try to figure it out. Oh no, it seems to be working. No, it says upcoming.
Oh, well, that's not good.
Okay, let's try again. Oh no, it seems to be working now. Hello, heroes and villains. Welcome to Multiverse. So here we are with the evil Nix the Black Mask. So we are going to play some Brainiac missions. Although I'm not sure if you can. You guys hear me? Can you guys hear me
What do you
fine?
mean? Let us know.
So let's start with hello Roblox, hello Karstamis, hello Pops. Oh, the answer seems to be yes, yes. Say something,
Oh,
Mr. Nix.
how was your ComicCon that you went to? I saw all your pictures that you threw on there. You must have more than what you were throwing on there.
Not,
Surely.
not much more, sadly. So, guys, can you hear Mr. Nix fine?
Yeah, please let us know. If I sound like garbage, then
You sound like a robot a
oh,
bit.
I don't mind that. Oh, absolutely. If that's what I sound like a robot, then
So we'll
sign me
change your
up.
name to Mr. Roboto.
You got it. Nix the robot mask.
No, for Comic Con, this is mostly what I got. I got maybe a couple more pictures, but not much more. I was a bit surprised. A lot of the cosplay was not really superhero oriented, although there was like a big Star Wars panel, so a lot of the cosplay was Star Wars. There was also this Nintendo area where they were playing games. So there was a lot of Nintendo. I was wondering at first, like I saw a lot of ladies in mushroom inspired sort of costumes, and I didn't quite understand. And then I saw a whole bunch of Super Mario's, and then I saw the Nintendo panel, and then it all made sense. So and there was
Oh.
also another event. So there was various cosplay event that were not superhero related, but there were still a few superhero costumes, but really not that much, strangely enough. For something that was called the Comic Con, there wasn't that much comics, strangely enough. Even with the vendors, there wasn't that many vendors that had like those boxes and boxes of comics. And even those that did, a lot of them only brought like Marvel and DC comics. So I was hoping to be able to find some more obscure stuff from like Techno Comics, or it didn't happen. There was some Valiant Comics, some Dark Horse, but really mostly people would bring the vendors brought their Marvel or DC stuff.
Oh, well, that sounds like quite the experience then, for sure. Would you go again? Have that same opportunity, but maybe a different setup of what you're experiencing from this time?
I would depend who the guests are. It just if there's some, because there was like Jim Shooter. I went to like two panels that Jim Shooter gave. That was a fun bit. Uh, there was also Kevin Smith, but Kevin Smith would have been an additional $60. I tried to see if I had friends who wanted to go. None of my friends wanted to go, and I didn't want to go by myself, so I didn't go. Uh,
Ah,
what else? But no, it would depend who the guests are and what panels they have. So, but there were a few nice panel to watch. So that was nice.
well, that's good. Well, glad you had a good time at least. Enjoyed yourself. That's absolutely what you want. Make sure you guys check out the recent production letter. It was interesting. Some good tidbits dropped there. Multi just dropped a video, so make sure you guys go watch this after you're done with our stream today. Some Brainiac stuff, right? I think we have enough people in our group literally right now to go get ourselves started. What do you want to do first?
Let's start with let's play the raids. We'll keep it simple.
Tidbits.
We'll go into the open worlds afterwards. So if some of you guys were not able to make it into the group, go to the open world. We'll go there to play the bounties afterwards. Speaking of bounties, there will be a new bounty. I have a video coming up at 6 where I will talk a bit about that.
Oh, another video? But
Yes.
more than the one that you just released? Oh, you know information.
Yeah, but we're not allowed to share it until 6 p.m. today. So
That's good. That's good.
Yes and no, because the producer's letter almost makes the video redundant. Not really, because there's information that the producer's letter barely mentions the bare bone. So the video will go into a bit more detail into what will be added, but basically we couldn't post until then.
Right, but like that information though is for you content creators to be able to showcase off what is that bounty that we're eventually going to get into, and maybe more information, which would be great. That shows that you guys are getting a little more extra details, so you guys can have some spice in your videos. It's always nice. All right, so go ahead and queue up, guys.
I guess there's someone who's not queuing, or could it be me?
Yeah, just wait on Wolf.
Oh, we're waiting on Wolf. Okay. Oh well, Wolf is 296, so we're playing the event version.
Yeah, I didn't even think about it. Just event version, just instantly.
That's all right.
Yeah. There we go. So new feats, new stuff to do in the open world. That's about time, honestly. And double marks. I don't know why they've waited so long for all of this, but all right, here we go. Finally, some new stuff.
Oh, hello, JLM member. Hello, Red Knight. Hello, We're Try. Hello, Melvin.
So I'm hopeful we can restore order quickly.
The last thing I got from my on-site Oracle bot was Brainiac scrounging for file access. He did the same back at the Hall of Doom. I think he's unhappy with the loss.
Just give me a minute. I have some issues over here that I'm trying to fix.
Oh, well, don't worry. We'll finish the raid before you're ready to go.
Probably.
Timid Knight, what's going on? Welcome, buddy. Guys, give yourself a chance. Watch those Let's Talk episodes. Last one was pretty solid, talking about money and all that kind of stuff, how to make money in game. Also, we have a bit of a conclusion to one of the questions that we asked on that one. They're going to move the weekly resets to Tuesdays to go with everything else. I approve of that.
I guess they heard you.
They most certainly did. They most certainly did. And the next episode, guys, we're aiming for the 21st, I think is what we talked about. It's on one of those days. We'll absolutely like finalize it, and then Multi will post on like the community tab as to when it's coming. It's with that comic simulation. Mr. Styles.
I thought I was Mr. Styles. I'm so sad now.
No, you're good for Styles, but this man is known for Styles.
Ah.
Yeah, every style, every single style in the game.
Me too?
Any gender? Just the beginning.
I'll think about it.
Yeah, you better think about it. Even some of my friends that I talk to, that they think they have all the styles.
Come on, I'm sure he doesn't even have the mutant skin.
I'm sure he'd love getting that. Nice, this is going pretty well. I hope they give us the Elite Plus versions also. That would be nice.
They seem to be a bit overwhelmed, so I wouldn't expect it. Like one of the things you'll notice, there's not a single mention of Save the Universe. So sadly, I worry that we're not going to get it. They seem to be struggling already with the content they have, adding extra content, even recycled content like Save the Universe. That doesn't seems to be possible right now.
I mean, they're giving us the new world boss, open world boss. I wonder if it's related to the content that we've already been doing, or is it like a brand new? You know the details. I know that you can't say.
You'll know soon enough.
Yeah.
You're going to get me in trouble.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to start that conversation. Tarek, what's going on? Welcome to the live stream.
So hello Tarek, hello to Midnight. Well, Roblox, we'll go play the bounties. We're going to play the two raids. Afterwards, we'll go play the bounties in the open world. So go to the open world. We'll go there soon enough, I guess. So, how was your week, Mr. Nix? Even though you did not go to ComicCon.
I wish I could have went, man. Johnny and I, so we talked about this. We needed more time. If Malty had told us this, like I'm saying, like a long time ago, like it would have to be like months ago.
Well, the next one
And
will be
I
in
think
Ottawa.
then like the opportunity could have totally have been there for all of us to go, but I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, so I didn't get it.
Because I thought normally we had, oh, that looks like a new aura we're going to get. Uh, Normally we would have at least two Comic Con here in Montreal, sometimes even three in the same year. But I tried to check, and other than the one we just had, that seems to be it for this year. The next one seems to be, or the next one nearby seems to be in Ottawa in September, I think.
Nice. Well, that's good to know. Tarek, you're asking how do you get your CR up? Well, you got to run essentially all the content that's capable for your levels. Start off with just the event version of some of the new stuff, but don't open up the boxes. I would say just kind of hold on to stuff if you can. And for new content, yeah, same deal. If you go into a new DLC, don't open up any of the boxes until you're at the max capable level, being able to get something that will actually upgrade your gear over time. It's just a matter of just playing all content you can. Solos, duos, alerts, raids. I know it sounds like a lot, but if you're a new player, then that means you have a lot of new experiences to be able to play within the game, so all the best for you. That sounds great. Very important thing to be working with an alliance if you can. Get yourself into an alliance and work with those people. Have them help you do content.
It means a league.
Whatever. It's all the same.
Yeah, but sometimes people will be confused by the terminology.
If they are getting confused with the terminology of league versus alliance, no problem.
Well, new players will get confused.
No, they wouldn't. It's just basic terminology. Yeah, no problem.
Suppose you'd like to fill us in on Brainiac plan. One-class file exchange between friends?
Brainiac was robbed of his glorious future. He is investigating any mistakes that may be corrected.
And yet,
Hello, Biop.
overlooking his most obvious mistake. Messing with Earth.
Severing connection.
Don't worry, Tarek. You have all the time in the world to raise your CR.
Timeline Brainiac.
Yep. Just get yourself started into whatever content you want to get yourself going on, and just have a fun experience of just playing all that content. I don't think of that as a bad thing for you to be a low CR. I actually remember the good days of being a low CR and catching up to everything. It was a lot of fun.
Iconic, you'll find out in about 40 minutes.
That was kind of my guess too. Going over the meta tech and magic, probably something to do with that. That's just my initial guess. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see what the various content creators will throw at us. I'm not sure if all of you guys are going to do it all at once. You're all going to upload your videos all at the same time. That would be pretty cool.
So, and it would seem
There'll
that
be another-
episode 48 will be apocalypse themed.
Yeah, that sounds good. I want some base items that pertain to that episode too.
That would be nice.
Some nice looking lava. Would be nice. Some streams of lava or something like that. You know, damaged up some buildings and stuff like that. Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, guild. Usually, guild comes from games like EverQuest. I think
Yeah, it's all the same content.
I think World of Warcraft also calls it a guild.
Yeah, again, the context and behind that word is the same for anything else. We need a deceased episode. Yes. So that's funny. When we talked about that in the Let's Talk, Johnny suggested that we would have that. He's like, what if we did that for an episode? And I was like, oh, dang. Wouldn't that be awesome?
I think there's more chances to get that with DC Dark Legion.
I'm sorry, but you know.
It's a pretty fun game right now. Pretty good.
I'm still early in the game, so I'm starting to reach a point where some of the stuff will take like 21 hours to upgrade.
Oh, okay. Yeah, all right. I know where you are right now.
But like there's a whole bunch of stuff that I did not start upgrading just yet. There's other stuff that again you start upgrading it, then you shut off the game, and the next day it should be upgraded. Although there's a few ways to speed up the process. So there's some drones that you can. I'm not sure if you're crafting the drones or they craft themselves automatically, but anyway.
They craft themselves over time.
Okay.
Yeah, just keep going.
So far I was able to play easily enough without having to spend any money. Would I spend money on this game at this point? I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to play some more. But so far it's a fun game. The only thing I don't like is that when you start with you don't select the characters you start with, so you pretty much have to start with the character they give you. But you do seem to earn the characters at a good pace.
Oh yeah.
So now,
yes. Yeah, so to give you a little bit of advice for that, yes, you do start off with Green Arrow, plus you have Wonder Woman, and then your first pull hero will probably be...
Oh, you're cutting off.
That, it's
You've cut off. I didn't hear what you said.
Oh, okay, so I'll just repeat it then. I hate... I was just saying that, so you start off with Green Arrow, and then you have Wonder Woman, and then your next main pull after that is Mara. Then from there, it's random as to who you could get. You could get a lot of different individuals. What could come up?
So far, I got Poison Ivy, Black Adam, and I just got a new one. Sorry about that.
Bless you. I think that was a sneeze. I couldn't tell.
That's all right. So, and I just got a new one. I forget which one. So, yeah, you slowly. And there's a few that I'm close to getting, like because you do get some sort of crystals, and when you get a certain amount, depending on the character, you do get the character. Like I'm still missing just a couple of crystals to get the Red Hood. I'm missing like 10 crystals to get the Green Lantern, stuff like that.
And after you play 7 days, you get Batman for free.
That's what I've noticed. I was always pretty happy about that one. I would like to get Superman, but that seems to be one of those that you will get at random, I think. Or is it?
It is random, yes, to get Superman, but there is an event, I think, right now that could reward you with some shards to help you on that progress. It's essentially whenever you can open up that red orb at the very end. So sorry, guys, for those who have no idea what we're talking about. There are some of the exclusive shards that are like the hardest stuff to get. Those are your best champions. Or I'm not sure what they're called exactly, but yeah, so Superman's in that one. Is it possible to get a lot of shards for Superman? No, not really. It is hard to get some of those good characters to get them unlocked, but once you do, you're going to want to play with them. There's some good combinations. And you said you had Poison Ivy? That's the best healer in the game right now, I would argue. That's my main healer right now.
I didn't really use hers just yet, so I was using pretty much Mara, Wonder Woman, and Green Arrow, and a couple of policemen.
Yep, that's exactly what you're going to do when you first get yourself started. Yep, I did too. Don't worry. It might seem slow at first, but you just keep on playing, keep on beating various maps, trying to go to that next location, and just keep pushing, and then all those shards will start adding up. Keep doing your side events and stuff like that, trying to keep on tabs of what you got to accomplish, do your world boss, all that kind of fun stuff. There's lots of content within this game. So yeah, if you guys do want to check it out, give it a try. If it's available in your region, download DC Dark Legion.
That's one of the things that I'm puzzled about with mobile games. Sometimes you have access to them, sometimes you don't, or some I have access on my phone. But there's this, basically I'm using an app on PC to be able to get access to some of them. What's it called again? I forget the name.
Is it called an LV player? 'Cause that's what I'm using.
BlueStack. There's this app called
Yeah,
BlueStack.
Same thing. Same thing. Yeah.
So again, some are available in BlueStack, some not. There's another one I tried also, Google Play something. Again, some were available, but most were not. So I think there's only one game really that was available on that one, which is why I ended up using BlueStack in the end. I had tried to use BlueStack before, and I didn't see the games I'm seeing right now. Maybe there was one game like Marvel Strike Force that I was seeing at the time, but now there's quite a few other games that seems to be available through that. But it's a bit of a mess to try to figure out what game you can play on which app and on which platform. So
Yep, for sure. Just want to make sure we go back to the comments here. So Iconic was saying certain Harley should be getting a third world upgrade. That'd be nice in the apocalypse. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool if Harley was to be involved in that. Maybe that's what the focus of the DLC is. I have no idea. I know that within her TV show, I think she does visit Apocalypse at one point in the TV show. Yeah, who knows? Malty,
you're breaking up.
it's a disaster.
I didn't hear what you said. You broke up.
I was just saying that Biop was saying, Malty, your inventory is full. Yeah, that's no surprise. His inventory is a disaster.
I made the mistake of collecting a lot of the daily rewards, so it did fill up pretty quick.
Hey, Multiverse, I got the Batgirl cape and the Daring Vigilante gloves and some Batman base items for my Batman character yesterday. That's awesome.
That's good.
You'll be looking forward to your to Batman Day then to go to get a little bit more, and keep going with that Vigilante set. There's more than just the gloves.
Yeah, but it depends on what type of Batman you're trying to create. But yeah, the gloves and the belt and the cape are nice enough on that one. The Batgirl cape, it kind of looks like the Batgirl cape, but with like bigger spikes at the end of the cape. I'm not sure how to probably phrase that. But at this point, we have quite a few options for a Batman cape, so that's nice. Now we need a few more options for a Superman cape.
Oh, absolutely. I definitely think Superman is in need of a lot of more varieties in this game. Absolutely. You're absolutely right about that. What console do you play on? Well, this is...
PlayStation
I'm
5.
PC, and he's PlayStation 5. PC is the master race. They are the best. And there's PS.
This battle has provided sufficient exobyte data. My advanced form is ready.
Oh no, his Brainiac is gone.
For now.
Oh, okay.
Still on the ship. Just moved to a different location.
Your usefulness is at an end.
Yes, I know Iconic. It'll be something I'll probably mention in Let's Talk 2, by the way. We have fun stories to discuss. Fun stories. I know Iconic pretty well. We have some fun stories to share. So I'm really looking forward to this one. He's a good friend of mine.
Nah, there's no more fun. Fun is gone.
Oh, the fun, it might be gone, but it was once there.
It left the building when Spittle left.
And then I joined, and then it came back. I was never around when Spittle was here.
You did? You missed out. I know there's people who don't like
I
Spittle.
watched the videos. Yeah. I know what he did.
It was a fun bit.
I do wish I was around him, for sure. What else we have here? Which this is cross-platform, I believe. Yes, it is cross-platform. Brainiac is a coward for running away. Absolutely he is. He absolutely is. But maybe he's preparing for a final stage, a final evolution, so to speak.
I can't open it. We need another way.
Fun is OP if you know where to look. Yes, it is. You can definitely have fun in this game, even at this point. Revisiting content and having some fun with that, you can definitely do some wild stuff. I've seen some leaks, what they would do. They would spin the wheel, and then on this wheel is like all the episodes. Okay, so you landed on this episode. It's the Age of Justice. Okay, spin the wheel again. Okay, you can only use pistols if you're precision or something like that. A lot of different variations about what you can get yourself into for various shenanigans. Then you spin the wheel again. Okay, if you're might-based power, you can only use the fourth power. Is this elite? This is not elite. This is not elite.
It's
This
it's
is just
elite.
straight up event.
It's elite double plus.
Oh well, so
I
it's
swear.
the opposite of what it's the opposite of what he just said.
Oh,
Yeah, I would never want to bring us into elite content. I don't think multi could control personally. You need some elite gear. Are you maxed out on elite gear yet?
no, not yet. I did not even start the.
Have you done your OP helmet yet? Are you done with it?
No, I'm up to rank 10 or 20. I forget.
Oh God! It's like you barely even play the game. What's the point anymore? Keep running event version stuff all the time.
I did not even play event.
It's more difficult than the vault. Oh, that's such an underrated joke we used to say all the time. We said that, I think, when people were describing, like, Darkseid's War Factory was the hardest raid to do in Elite. And people would joke all the time and say, nah, I know what's harder. The vault. The vault is harder.
Well, the vault can be pretty hard.
Yeah, those bombs can kill you. Not really.
Come on, there are people who got killed playing the stabilizer mission. So
Well, that's not the same. I'm talking about the vault. There's nothing in there.
your audio cut off again.
Yeah, I figured. I was just saying, there's nothing. Well, I mean, I died in the stabilizer myself, but that's because of my ignorance and not understanding what's in front of me and being AFK kind of.
To Midnight says he wanted to have the 3 fins. Yeah, sadly, to get to 3 fins for Batman gloves, there's not a lot of good options, I guess. Some of those are like pretty big robotic gloves, like the Batbot gloves, or what's the other one? The Dark Defender gloves. So you can get to 3 fins, but you have to use some pretty bulky gloves. The less bad option is probably the future Batman gloves. And even then, you end up with some pretty bulky gloves. So yeah,
Crusader. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's pretty good set.
So I can understand why you're using the Batgirl gloves to try to get the 3 fins, and it kind of sort of works, but yeah, it's not the same as we need a version of the fin gloves, but with the 3 fins, which sadly doesn't seem we're going to get anytime soon. I guess they're too busy giving us the Mad Hatter hat that they have no time to give us.
You keep using that as the reference.
Well,
There's
it's
so
the
many
best.
other worse styles.
It's the best worst example we can think of.
The fact that we're still standing means he hasn't won yet. We've got to keep moving.
Ruthless, are you talking about the last live at 5 or the last live video? So that would have been a Let's Talk. That's true. And it's kind of hard for us to figure out what kind of a style that was then. there's a lot of various robot styles. Actually, our friend, that AU girl from AU, she uploaded a disguises video going over some of the various disguises that you can find in games. The robot, I think, was one of them.
Was that today? I could have sworn I saw that a while ago.
No. It was a while ago, but I'm just saying.
Oh,
she
okay.
uploaded that recently. Devs, they want the pumpkin hat instead of a Superman chest style. Gotta know your players. Yeah, definitely don't understand what we want.
Either that or they want different stuff than what we want. Because they should know by now what we want. There's a whole threads on the forums telling them what we want. and it's not they don't have the excuse of saying we didn't know. We've been telling them for years and years what we want. Now, if they decide not to give it to us, that's one thing. But saying that they don't know, I no, I can't buy that at this point.
Yeah, see, that kind of goes into your booster bundle answer that you gave on the Let's Talk. You were trying to relate it back to what the players want. And that's very commendable, but is it practical? That's why I think you got last place on that. Because it's
Doesn't
just
matter.
not practical. They don't listen to us. That's just what it is. It's whatever the players want. It doesn't happen. Just as simple as that.
Well, sometimes I think they listen to us, but do the opposite of what we want.
Yep, absolutely. Also, Multiverse, I know you like the classics, so would probably agree with me on this, but I want a style for the Penguin.
I don't care either way. They could give us the penguin or never give it to us. I'd be fine with either. Well, you do have the penguin umbrella, so what else do you need?
What else would What else would people need? Yeah, that's probably it.
We have a few top hat. We have some tuxedos. We have all we don't really have is the body shape. That's pretty much the one thing we're really missing. Like we would need a body shape like Titanic Trenton to be able to create a good looking version of the penguin. That'll never happen.
No, never. Let's go do some open world bounties.
Sure. So guys, if you want to go to the open world, the time is now, and we'll fight some evil bounties. Oh, I just realized didn't pick up my daily mission today,
Just keep smashing until there's
or even my weeklies for that matter.
comic articles.
Oh, do you want to do all of them?
No, I'm picking them up. I'm picking them up anyway because sometimes as we play the weekly, it could happen we defeat some enemies that count for dailies. So there's no reason not to pick up the dailies at the same time. But like you can see, I didn't even pick up the missions for the weekly missions this week just yet. That's
Yeah,
that's how much I'm playing this DLC right now.
Yeah, that's about the same for me right now too. Over this past week, I made a decision with my buddy that I do dailies with and weeklies with. I was like, "There's too much going on right now in my real life," and I'm like, "I can't put extra time into this. I have enough currency to be able to get stuff done right now anyway, so it wasn't even it felt pointless to even do weekly. So I held off because of the season.
Oh, we got the tumblers, so let's start with that. Seeing how it is on a time limit.
What phase?
Oh.
Well, I don't know.
I can't.
Phase earlier.
I can't look because I'm in combat. Oh, actually I did.
So am I. I'm in phase 8. Phase 8.
Phase 8 again.
To be honest, or to be... Yeah, that's what it is. I've been playing DC since it was $60 on disc, and this is the first time I truly think the game is coming to an end. Don't say that. Don't say that. It's not. We just got ourselves some brand new people who are calling it now, so lots of changes. Let's see what they can do with it. It's over when Iconic Simulation runs out of style videos to make.
So it's going to be over in
it's
2
probably
weeks.
I think that's all he's got left. It's just 2 weeks, right? There's areas I bet he's barely even tapped into. Yeah, no, that's the deciding factor. Iconic. If you run out of videos to make, this game is doomed. I'm done. I don't know about you.
Yeah, but I don't know if everyone in the group is done. Could be some
Yeah,
people
yeah,
who
yeah,
came
yeah.
in late, or so. Let's keep. There's 2 minutes left, so why not? It's not like we're in a rush or anything.
No, we're good. I don't know, man. It took almost 40 minutes to queue into an event raid. That's crazy. Well, I have so many questions to ask you. It's crazy. Okay? Never. This is always one of those concepts whenever people are like, the game is dead. So my first question is, when did you queue up for this raid? My first question. So if you're going to tell me it was on reset day, I'm going to call you a liar. But I will call you a liar only because based on when you possibly did it. Because if it was early in the morning, then you got to understand when your basic player base is logging on to do content. If you're a part of the PC and PS players of the US server, your best time is probably either in the afternoon or in the evening. The lag is crazy, absolutely. Good grief.
Yeah, that's
And this DLC we were really tested with the lag this DLC. Not reset. I think Monday evening. Yeah, that's a terrible time to be running your event versions. No offense. Now, maybe that's the best that works for you. But I would suggest trying to do it as soon as you possibly can when a week reset occurs. Now, according to, what is that, Multi? Next
it's
week?
the producer's letter. It
Next
should be
week?
next week, July 16th.
Next week. So, this changes everything. So, the best time to be doing your weeklies is obviously on a Tuesday or Wednesday.
Well, maybe not, because there's a lot of people, even though reset will be Tuesday, there's probably a lot of people who are busy during the week and won't be able to play until Wednesday or Friday anyway. So,
Right. Yeah,
like,
the weekend people.
let's assume you're someone who can only play on Friday for whatever reasons. Whether the reset is Tuesday or Thursday doesn't really change anything for you.
Yeah, absolutely. And
So-
again, like we've said, it kind of depends on your server too, right? Because maybe
Yes.
you're in a bit of a slower server. And also, again, if you're with an alliance, ask your league mates when to run raids and stuff like that, and try to work together at completing whatever your objective is. If you need raids at a specific time, say, hey, can we work together to do a raid of some kind? Well,
Because-
about the big bounty over here, that's fine.
Because usually the days with low population is usually Monday and Tuesday. So I don't know if the reset will change that. It might change that a little bit, but even on YouTube, it kind of works with YouTube as well. Like YouTube on Monday, Tuesdays, videos don't do so well as if you release them on a Thursday, Friday, or Saturday. So I'm wondering how big of an impact changing the reset will have, and maybe it will increase people a bit on Tuesday, but maybe not as much as we think. Well, we're gonna have to wait and see for that.
I think it's more just a benefit to the developers. This specific time seems to work best for them. I don't think this was really based on what we see in the game. I would argue that maybe perhaps Tuesdays are part of the slower part of the week.
Yes.
I don't think changing it would necessarily change anything in the grand scheme of things. You're just making it going to be a brand new day. Like maybe it'll become Fridays will actually become pretty slow in the game. I would doubt it though, because Fridays, like you said, some people can only play during the weekend. It's just as simple as that. So yeah, I mean, who knows? We'll have to.
We'll find out next week, I guess.
We will find out next week. You have people leave the raids before you can complete them.
Well, that happens.
No.
Yeah,
it
it
does.
it happens.
Does. But it's incredibly rare. Depends upon what you're trying to accomplish. There are some people, they will go into content and they're looking for, let's say, collections or certain briefings. Dare I say? That's honestly a big jump. Yeah, no, collections. That's a big one. Where did the boss go?
He probably went back to his usual place. Like sometimes when he goes too far away from where he's supposed to be, he will phase out and go back to there he is.
I blame PPZ. He did it. This is all
Probably.
his fault.
Could be. Normally I blame
Guys.
Flashpoint, but he's not here tonight.
Yeah. Oh well. Yeah. Well, for sure. True. Thanks, guys. I will say I'm looking forward to seeing what the new devs have to offer. Thanks for that optimism, man. You got to be optimistic. I hear it from people all the time saying this game is dead or on the verge of getting killed off, and it's like
Well-
you just
It is dead.
you.
I think there's a new Candy Crush that's coming up that will be the DCUO killer.
You would, of all people, would know when the Candy Crush will be coming. Not anybody else, but you. You would know.
Well, there's this version of Candy Crush with superheroes.
Oh my god.
DC Heroes and Villains.
Yes, I see that. I get that advertisement actually once in a while.
I'm almost tempted to give it a try, but I
No,
resisted so far.
God, no. Do not do that. Do not.
It could be
Don't lower
fun,
your standards.
just to make fun of the game.
Malty, do you like my style? It's Red. It's Red Knight in the groups. Find Red Knight. Find him.
Yeah, I saw him
You
before.
must
He
like
has.
it.
He looks like a big knight with the chess piece.
Oh, I found him. I found him. I found him. I found him. Oh yeah, I like it. I don't know about your sword though. I don't think the sword works with your outfit.
Well, I think he's supposed to be the Black Knight.
Well, yes, I get that, but I don't think the sword works with his color scheme.
Nah, it's fine.
We bugged the boss, and it's your fault, Multi.
We bugged the
mods
boss.
are frozen.
Nah.
You did. You did. You broke it.
So how do we fix that?
You don't. You just get used to it. This is DCUO, man. It's going to be done here in a week.
Well, the game is dead after all, so.
What sword should fit me, Nix? You know who is so good at knowing styles? There's a little chap in this here conversation. His name is Iconic Simulation. He might be able to tell you a good sword.
The Starheart.
The Starheart.
No, the Starheart sword. It's a great sword.
And maybe on top of that, can you throw like a material that's maybe along with it?
You probably
can.
can.
You put sword materials on swords and stuff like that. Yeah,
Pretty sure you can.
Yeah.
So if he takes the Starheart swords, puts I think using the Black Nightmare.
Yes.
So if he puts that on the sword, you'll have a pretty terrifying sword.
I just realized he's copying my materials. Well, now I dislike him even more.
Nah, he's not.
I haven't changed my materials in.
I think you.
eons.
I think you copied him.
Oh, maybe I did. Oh my gosh, maybe I did.
So no choice. You
I'm
have,
too busy speaking moistly. Yeah, so that's his. That's one of your alts. Where are you going right now, Multi?
collect my rewards.
Oh, okay. I just didn't know if you were doing videos or something.
Well, we could go then. What are the bounties? Let's go to Dakota. Dakota or Wonderverse?
Dude, completely up to you. I never visit any of those locations. So.
Let's go to Wonderverse. I'm sure people didn't go there in a long time.
We did Wonderverse last time.
It doesn't
We
matter.
Keep doing Wonderverse.
That was like 2-3 weeks ago.
You guys see it? He asked me a question, and as soon as he gives me the answer, just automatically dislike it.
The Wonder Woman sword? Nah. The supposed God Killer sword? Nah. It doesn't look. It's a tiny sword. Like you need for your character, you need a big, imposing, big sword. And the Starheart would be perfect for that. So let's go to Patchwork Themyscira. So we'll work our way from there. So we will go to Wonderverse. Then afterwards we'll go to the Legion. Then afterwards, what was the bounties afterwards? Flashpoint, I think.
Well, the order is Patchwork, then Legion, then Flashpoint, then Doomed Washington, Death Metal, Infernal Conduct, Dakota, and then Cursed Gotham.
So we'll do. I don't know if we'll do them all, but let's do a bunch of them. Why not?
We shouldn't be doing that.
Let's do them all.
No, don't. You have a video that's coming out at 6 where you're giving us all the amazing details. I want to watch it.
We'll talk
I wanna be
about.
stuck here.
We'll talk about that here. So let's see, what phase are we here? Oh, there's only one phase, so that solves the issue. Although there's already 31 people here.
Well, we created that probably.
It could be.
Where are we starting? Where's the purple arrow going to point at?
Well, I always start here,
72.
and if it's another...
Should be Hydra?
Oh, not Hydra is the last one.
Well, that's why I'm saying, well, look at the time. It's always based on the time, whatever time it is. So it's either going to be preparing for the Hydra, or it just finished the Hydra.
It's been too long. I didn't memorize the timing.
You are Mr. Multiverse. How do you not know about all the retrospects that's within this game? Like things like that. Come on, man. You're getting old. Yeah, it's definitely the Hydra. Come on over here, guys.
Okay.
Everybody else is already over here. That's honestly one of the best ways also to be able to figure it out. Where is the crowd? Where did everybody in your phase go? What else do we have here? K Thor Thunder saying hi to everybody. What's going on? Welcome to the stream.
So we have some of the usual suspects like Future Flash, but we do have K Thor Thunder. You imagine Celestial Elite, Evil Effects. Didn't realize that PPZ was a Deadpool clone.
It is. Is it?
Yes, it is. He's Deadpool from the DC multiverse.
He's like if he got hit by, he was replaced with a robot, and he's part Spider-Man too. There's so much going on with this outfit. I don't know anymore.
Yeah, that's all right.
Okay.
Speaking of Deadpool, that movie should be coming out soon.
End of the month. End of the month.
Is it end of the
Maybe
month?
I'm gonna go see it. Yeah. You gonna see it day one?
Probably. No point in waiting for reviews for that one. I'll probably go see it anyway.
It's a Marvel movie. You gotta see it no matter what. I think that's
Nah,
what you have to do.
there's plenty of Marvel movies I never saw.
Not your fan then. There he goes, Cyborg Spider-Man. Didn't you know what it was? I knew what it was all along, Malty. I don't know what you're talking about.
Come on, with the kick me sign, it has to be Deadpool.
So if you're dealing with 24-hour timers in DC Dark Legion, you must be at least in double digits in your level. So I'm gonna guess you're about level 13, something like that?
20 something.
No, you're not. I am. You're
Uh,
farther up than me.
It seems I am.
No, you're not. If you were just dealing with 24 hours, dude, I'm dealing with 86 hours. You think your timers are bad? Get a load of mine.
That was weird.
What happened? July 26th for Deadpool. Didn't you know that? I knew that all along.
Nah.
Thanks, Pyro.
I know it was this summer, but I couldn't tell. Couldn't tell when exactly.
So Johnny said he's in a race to me. I was talking to him earlier, and I was like, "Hey, are you going to be here tonight?" And he's like, "No, man. We talked about this. I'm in a race. I can't be here." So best luck to Johnny. Hopefully he did well. Hopefully things are okay. You'll have to give us an update. Is it 6 o'clock yet? I want to know who the body is.
2 more minutes.
Okay. 2 more minutes? Oh God, it's killing me. Is the video like already done and prepped? You just have to hit the button.
It's actually already uploaded. It's going to go live.
Oh, it's private. Okay, yeah. Well, it was nice talking to you. In 1 minute, I probably won't be saying a whole lot.
That's all right.
Yeah, your inventory. What a surprise.
Why?
Why? I don't know. Your inventory. I would pull again. Yep, it is full. I can tell. You got the icon.
How can you tell?
So in game, in the top right, underneath the map, if it has the underlined sign, then that means that your inventory is full.
There. That should do for about the next 5 minutes.
I was gonna say, give or take, because you get a lot of garbage out here.
Well, that's part of the issue. Like so many missions give so much garbage that you fill up your inventory pretty quick on just that stuff.
Just to give a good example of that, that would be like the Doomsday area where we're going to be heading to eventually. That section.
Hello.
The Legion also does a lot too.
Your audio was cutting off. We didn't hear what you said
I
the
was-
last
I was-
20 seconds.
I was just reading from my inventory, so yeah, I'm not surprised.
Okay.
I was just saying that there's a lot of garbage that you can get in various content, like the Flashpoint DLC, the Legion DLC. You get so many things.
One flag is asking to change phase for 2 bosses.
Try to come to us. It's hard to try to convince everybody to leave and go to some location.
So after Merc, we'll talk a bit about the Brainiac
The video you
returns.
just uploaded?
Yeah.
Did you watch the trailer for Captain America?
Oh yeah.
Red Hulk. Pretty cool. Pretty cool.
There's the potential of cool stuff is there. The problem is the execution. The execution just isn't there. It hasn't been there since, let's say, Endgame. It's not exactly it, but it's an easy point of reference. Okay, so let's talk a bit about Brainiac Aftershock.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, there is going to be some new content added to the Brainiac Returns next Tuesday. There's going to be a new open world boss, the Brainiac Sub Avatar. So if you were hoping for a new boss, sadly they went with again reused assets. So sadly, this is the Sub Avatar is a boss we've seen before. It's been a while, I think, since we had to fight him, but now we're gonna be able to fight him once a week. So it is going to be a new weekly bounty in the Brainiac Returns open world. And the rewards we will be able to get from that bounty is some collections. There's going to be basically 12 collections, and those collections will give us the Automaton Influence Aura. I don't know if you guys recall when we were playing the raid and I saw Oracle that I said something like that Oracle had a nice aura. That is the aura we are going to get. So there's going to be a whole bunch of collections that will drop from the Brainiac bounty. And there is one collection that we will be able to get from the vendor. Also from the vendor, we will be able to get the Automaton Mine accessory. And we will be able to get also the Brainiac drone base item. So these are going to be the new rewards and the new bounty for this new DLC. And I guess the best thing is that next week we will get 2 times Bizarro samples for the whole week. So
You're literally posting things that I am literally seeing as I'm watching the video. That's kind of funny. Yeah,
that's all right. So this is the new stuff we will get. Like there was a lot of speculation about July 16th because there was the upcoming event that showed July 16th with a bunch of question marks. And this was the question marks. Basically, they are adding stuff to the Brainiac Returns DLC.
Oh, it's fantastic.
And they're giving us the double currency for the DLC.
A lot of stuff going on.
And there's also going to be one new artifact. In the producer's letter, he did mention 2 new artifacts, but I think I forget which one. One of the 2 artifacts sadly still has some issues, so we should get only 1 artifact next week, unless maybe that has changed and I don't have the latest information. From what I understand, there wasn't going to be 2 new artifacts. There was only going to be 1 new artifact, but we'll find out for sure on Tuesday. So people who are wondering when we'll get some new artifacts, Tuesday we should get at least 1 new artifact.
I hope it's the DPS one, personally. But I think there's a tank one also, right?
There's a tank one. There's a tank artifact and the DPS artifact, but there was still some issues. The last I checked although I didn't check on the Discord in a while. But last I checked, there did seem to be some issue, and I seem to recall that they did mention that there would only be one artifact release at this point. But I can't recall which one was going to be released.
Oh, well, we'll just have to find out.
Oh, I got the Ares sword.
Sell it for billions.
Well, I strongly doubt it's worth that much.
Come on, you don't know. It could be.
You never know, but I don't think there's that many people looking for Ares' sword. But I could be wrong.
And, I mean, who knows? I mean, you could check the broker, you could see what it's like, but hey, as they always say, broker prices can change all the time. Today, tonight, some other time this week, who knows? Prices change on the broker all the time.
Something like that.
Something like that. I gotta go back to the comments of the live stream, because I've been watching this video. Sub-avatar is good enough, like Chemo in Dakota. Yeah, because it was such a long time since we had seen Chemo, so yeah. It's been a long time since we've had Sub-avatar. Technically, you could actually go this whole DLC with avoiding him, the Sub-avatar, I should say. Because it's a bonus boss that you could see in the first raid, so yeah, I guess. And if it doesn't even look like that, then all the better. Is it all three versions? I actually didn't see that.
No,
I
it's
just
only
saw the one.
it's only the one,
Just magic? Just magic? Okay.
from what I understand. Although maybe it's not, and I don't know. That's the whole thing. Is that we don't get that much information, so sometimes we have to almost guess. But from what I can tell, it seems to be only magic. I don't think they went to the trouble of giving us a random avatar.
Rotation? Not trying to rotation? That's too simple.
I don't think so.
Maybe eventually they'll do it. 50, there'll be a feat probably for it too. You have to kill 50 techs, 50 metas, 100 magic. Who knows?
That could be. Maybe someday.
Yeah, who knows?
Send them a
Sword's not
post.
worth it. What?
Yeah, the sword. I didn't expect it to be worth all that much.
Well, he's gonna sell it for $1 billion right now. Anybody who wants it for $1 billion? Ask Mo.
Send me your credit card number, and I'll send you the sword.
Oh, that's a bit extreme.
You can do it.
Well, I won't do it personally, but you can convince these lovely young people.
The Chosen is asking, I wonder where the devs will put the new bounty.
Do you know where? If not,
No.
just guesses.
Well, I would say close to. There's a Washington Monument. There seems to be plenty of room there. Like where we get Grodd.
During the doomed Washington, yeah, I
Yeah.
can see that. Yep, could very well be. That's a good guess. My other one would be when you queue in, or not queue in, when you go into the map area zone. If you look to the left, so that would be to where all the quests are that are given to you. In that little camp area, there's a big open gap. I actually think that's going to be where it goes. That's my guess. Maybe I'm wrong. Who knows?
For the Brainiac bounty, Iconic says it has to be 3. Apparently, he mentions them at the end of the raid. Could be. We'll find out for sure Tuesday. It would make sense, but seeing how they're going for reused assets and seeing how they seem to be having a hard time keeping up, I wouldn't be surprised if they just give us the one and don't worry too much about it. But if they give us the 3 avatars at random, we'll see.
I mean, when it comes to reusing assets, that's literally what these avatars are. When it comes to the that first raid, that first boss, you know, they could just literally just take those guys and just use them again. If they're already going to use it for the magic, then they probably will for this bounty also. I mean, he does always talk about the 3, though. So against Khan's point, he talks about them all
Oh,
the time.
well, we'll find out Tuesday. It's just that right now this seems it's kind of easy to see that they seem to be a bit in over their heads. Like they gave us a new booster bundle with nothing but reused asset other than the mutant skin. The last time when they did that, like it's when they lost a whole bunch of devs and they probably didn't have that much staff to create new assets at the time. So odds are, if they were able to create new assets, they would have done so for the booster bundle. But obviously they were not able to.
Yeah, that's too bad.
Well, it's a mixed blessing because there are people who were not able to get the cosmic material before, so it gives them a new chance, one more chance to be able to get some of those materials or some of the skins, like some of the skins that people were asking for. Uh, it gives people one more chance to be able to get one of those skins. Unless, of course, there's someone who mentioned that they opened, I think they spent $150 and they did not get the skin they wanted. So sadly, random is random.
Oh, that's too bad.
But it still gives people one more chance, maybe to get something they were not able to get previously. So it's a mixed blessing in that sense. But you have to wonder like how many people did not buy this new booster bundle because there was nothing new for them.
Yeah, for sure. If we could see those kind of number analytics, it'd be interesting to see. But yeah, I don't think there would be too many, honestly.
So sadly, we don't have the numbers, but the devs do. But I would guess that
We'll never see them.
sorry,
We'll never see them.
probably not. Unless maybe Maps someday writes his tell-all book about the under shady the shady underdoings of Daybreak someday. Who knows?
Yeah.
But my guess is he probably has an NDA, so it probably won't happen.
Oh, I would more than think so. You need the comic style? Well, maybe one day they'll come back and make it
Well,
what you need.
well, in terms of style, yeah, it is sad when you cannot get the style you want. At the end of the day, that doesn't keep you from playing. So I'm a bit. I wish they would give all the styles away for free. But if they decide to charge for certain styles, I can be a bit forgiving because yeah, it's sad if you like. When we first got the cosmic material, I did not get the cosmic material. I opened 8 or 10 booster bundles at the time and did not get the material, and then I felt a little bit foolish because I had to play the broker to get the material, and it took a while. Like I got the material like 6 months later. So for 6 months, I was a bit unhappy not to have the material, but I figured, well, it's only a material. Who cares? It's not the end of the world. Yes, it is sad when you cannot get the style you want, but ultimately I was able to get it playing the broker, but it took a while.
Temper your joy along with your steel.
Do you have a lot of lag, Nix?
Well, when you have this many people, yes. It's
Okay.
easy to get a lot of lag when it comes to an area like this.
So I guess we're done here, or do we do the Hydra again?
Let's go to the next place. Let's go to the next place. I'm gonna head off to Legion.
It is unlikely that the
Yeah, let's collect our rewards first. See, some of the daily rewards were completed even though we were just playing the bounties. So that's a nice extra bonus,
the council.
I
sort of.
mean, you were in a group, so they could have been doing the kills for
Could
you.
be, could be.
Who knows? Who knows? Possible. Nick's ready to go. I'm always ready to go.
So we will go play the Legion bounties, and I think that's going to be it after that. My little Rocky Looks like he's ready for supper.
No, well, by go, I mean, he meant like go to the next zone. Yes, I was ready to go to the next zone. I didn't even grab the bounty missions.
Yeah, I'm going. I'm in the next zone.
Help safeguard Legion Academy students. Follow their ridiculously I've
But
seen
I will
Let
pick
me know
up.
what's going on.
I will pick up the missions.
Yes, you will.
Come on, it's free source marks. No reason not to pick them up.
Yes. Always use more source marks.
Oh, I guess we're going to start with Validus.
Is that where we want us to go? Perfect. All right, let's go.
Well, it's what seems to be up right now. Oh, I have to make some room.
Do
Oh,
you
there's
think double? Oh, here we go.
what
Do
what?
you think double artifact XP will ever come back? Oh, what a lovely question.
Nah, I don't think it will. I think it's gone the way of the dodo. Now, it never say never. It could be that maybe someday they'll change their mind, or who knows? Maybe in 6 months we'll get a new bunch of devs and they'll decide to bring it back. Uh, it's kind of hard to tell for sure, but from the looks of it, it's been over a year since we had it. I don't think they're planning to give it to us again. Or maybe they're saving that for a super uber special occasion. Oh, the eye.
We'll have to wait and see. Who knows?
Yes.
But yeah, this is just one of those classic questions that Multi gets time and time again.
Yeah,
So are we
well,
gonna get a double artifact XP? Who knows, guys? We don't really know.
people ask it on the forums, they ask it on the Discord, they ask it in the comments. So there's no that's to be expected. People want to have some double artifact XP. It's been a long time. Sadly, at this point in time, I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. Again, I could be wrong. I'm hoping to be wrong, but
I understand your perspective as to why you do these bounties. Yes, I understand. It's free source marks. It's a lot of source marks if you do them. Also, a good way to make money in the game. I think I mentioned that in the Let's Talk video. But yeah, it's a matter of do you need them? Do I need money in this game? Myself personally, the answer is no.
you always need money.
That's why you keep a stock amount so that you're always ready for the next thing. And if
Money
you
and
completed
power.
That, then you don't need. Oh, I have the power. I have the power. I'm a controller. I have the power.
Yeah, but you're an evil controller, so it doesn't count.
On hero side. Hey guys, it's always important to do mechanics, or else we're stuck in a loop and we can't kill the boss.
We're done. We're doing it.
Sure you are. Just let us complete the turrets without you. Now you can be a. Yes, I too wish that, David. I kind of thought we were going to get those guys into this DLC, and or if they were to make a part 2 for the other members of the Fatal Five, that would have been pretty sweet.
Would have been.
Unfortunately, no.
It would have been nice, but I don't think they chose. I don't think they chose the right version of Legion. When
No.
people were asking for the Legion of Superheroes to be added to DC Universe Online, people were asking for the classic version because at the time the devs decided to go with the Bendis version, which was the more recent version at the time, and no one asked for that. When people were asking for the Legion, they were asking for the classic version. And the Bendis Legion lasted 12 issues at most, so that was there was no interest for the new version of the Legion. What people wanted was a classic version of the Legion. The people who were asking for the Legion were classic people who enjoyed the classic characters, and that is not what they gave us. So when we did get the Legion DLC, people got quickly. I don't know if you recall, Nix. People got quickly tired of this DLC, and part of that also was with the bounties. We had the bounties with Wonderverse. People were already getting burnt out with the bounties by the end of Wonderverse, and getting new bounties with this DLC. That didn't help. But also going for a version of the Legion that nobody asked for, that probably didn't help either. And we've seen that with DC Universe Online is that once something is popular, they keep on doing it and doing it. For example, booster bundles, time capsules, they keep on giving us those over and over again, as opposed to for the DLCs, like they gave us a whole bunch of Dark Knights DLC because those were popular at the time. But when something is not really popular, they don't really do it again. And sadly, in the case of the Legion, they did give us this one DLC. You would have thought they would give us another Legion DLC to try to add some of the stuff that was missing, but that didn't happen. I,
Yes,
I,
that for sure.
so my guess is the numbers probably didn't support it. People probably didn't like this DLC all that much, so they didn't see the point in making another one.
I mean, well, if you want to try to expand on the universe a bit more that you're in, then you can't just limit yourself with just the initial impression. You have to try to see what is actually worthwhile to see if it can create interest. Introducing us to the other versions of the Fatal Five and then maybe having a raid where you fight all five of them, that would have been really fun.
It would
That's
have
my
been.
perspective on it. Yeah, I mean, I don't think they really realize what kind of an opportunity they could develop in a DLC. I really don't think they try to broaden their horizons enough. They like their stagnant characters. If we're introducing these characters to a DLC, this has to be just these characters in the DLC over and over and over and over again. Like that's not what the people want. We like to see a wide variety. We like to see all of what that DLC could unleash. When they gave us the Static Shock DLC, yes, everybody knows those three villains that we went up against, Yvonne and all those other individuals. But there's more to it. There's more characters to that lore of Static Shock. So I think there was missed potential there.
Iconic pretty much hit the nail on the head. Basically, they lost recognition, not the right version of the characters. Yeah, that's pretty much it. They went with the Bendis version of the characters, and that's not at all what people were asking for. Jerry's asking, didn't they put the Fatal Five in the Dakota CD? That's the
Nope.
Fearsome Five.
It's a
The the,
fearsome
fa-
five.
the Fatal Five are Legion of Superhero villains. The Fearsome Five are Teen Titan villains.
Two of which why they were even in Dakota. I mean, that's a different issue in itself.
That's another story.
That's another story.
But even with Dakota, like when they give us the Dakota DLC, the one of the style that was highly requested was the icon style, and somehow that would have been the a great either give us the style with the DLC, or they could have given us a time capsule at the same time as the DLC with the icon style. Somehow it didn't happen. So what can you do?
Well, I think the reason why is because they kind of like to give off. If they're going to introduce us to a character to the game lore here, they like to have a model in behind it. And like we have with Brainiac 5 here in this DLC, I think it's Brainiac 5, we don't have a body. We just have a voice. We have a head. So if they had a full-fledged model as to what they could go off of, then they could potentially give us that style. But in that DLC, we only got the head of Icon. We didn't get the whole body of Icon. I don't think.
Yeah, hardware would have been another one, Jerry. Although we can make a pretty good version of hardware at this point. I did make a short video showing someone who did a great job recreating hardware. But yeah, having the official hardware style in the game yeah, it would have been a no-brainer. Hardware, Icon. There's probably another one I forget. Like there's a few characters that are highly requested that sadly just didn't happen.
Also, when you're talking about the lack of commitment when it came to this DLC, the other thing was the raid they gave us was pretty dismal. Um, it's not one of those ones that's a lot of fun for player content, being pushed back and being pushed out of bounds in some content. I remember the serious issues with Shattered Gotham. That was a big deal back then for that DLC. Like that broke a lot of players who just simply can't traverse the
Yeah.
game as well as others, and they don't like that kind of moving from pad to pad kind of thing. Well, being pushed off the ledge in the last boss, and then people trying to find exploits to try to earn their feet of like never being knocked off that last boss raid. It's when people have to come up with exploits is when I personally get upset over the DLC's laziness, because people have to try to come up with some shenanigans in order to be able to get the feats that they're after. So I remember an Iconic can definitely his 2 cents into that. And yeah, it was very frustrating for us when we were trying for feats and people were doing bull crap to earn their stuff.
Well, another thing is that they should build on success. Like by building on the Bendis Legion of Superheroes, they built on failure. They didn't build on something that was successful. As opposed to for the Legion of Superheroes, they should have built on success. The most successful storyline the Legion of Superheroes had was the Great Darkness Saga when they go against Darkseid. That was the best the most popular Legion of Superheroes storyline. So building on that would have been building on success, but instead they decided to build on failure in the end, which is a bit sad.
That's part of the reason why I quit the game initially. This new stat clamp there, Ruthless. Yeah. I was never a fan of that personally. And I'm still
Yeah.
not.
For the stat clamp, there's no miracle. We're stuck with it. They seem to have no intention of removing it, so we're pretty much stuck with it. So we have sadly we have to make our peace with that. Is it annoying? Absolutely. It shouldn't be there, but sadly it is there, and they seem to have no intention to remove it.
Also, with Dakota City, that like I don't even know if he was even mentioned once in the DLC. Gear, where was Gear? Like that's so crazy to me. If you grew up in the '90s and you watched the Static Shock TV show, you probably know about Gear, the guy who he would work alongside with. No, I don't think there was any mention. Maybe there was. I don't remember off the top of my head. But that to me, that's crazy. And
Uh,
have a
the,
whole DLC and not even refer him.
yeah, but the thing is, they don't have the rights to the animated series. They have the rights to the comics. And
I
I
know, but
don't know if
still.
was Gear a character created for the animated series or was in the comics.
Maybe. You might be right. Maybe it was just the tease.
That's
I don't know.
that's the one reason I would see for that, because we had a similar issue with Batman Beyond. Like for a long time, they didn't add Batman Beyond to the game because they had no rights to the animated series. But
We need that DLC so bad.
that's not gonna happen unless the one reason why we did have the Batman Beyond style in the game is because they did add Batman Beyond to the comics. There was this Future's End, this comic called Future's End, where there's a Batman Beyond who comes back like 15 years in the past or something like that, and so they ended up having a version of Batman Beyond in the comics. Although this version of Batman Beyond was actually Tim Drake, if I recall correctly, as opposed to Terry McGinnis. But still, we did have a version of Batman Beyond in the comics, so that did allow them to give us the version of Batman Beyond that we have in the game.
Did Johnny suggest that in his DLC if he was to create another one and be a Batman Beyond DLC? Yeah, that was such a
Could
good
be.
answer. Such a good answer. I would be way with that. Let's do it.
So let's go collect our rewards, and I think we're done for today. We'll go back to the House of Legends afterwards for the final goodbye. They say never say goodbye, but we'll say it anyway. Hey. Oh, there it is.
You almost got that quote right.
Somehow there's only one.
The other one, the other ones are you have to defeat robots, and you have to do all of them, I think, but like in a particular order or something like that. I
Doesn't
don't
matter.
remember all those things.
So let's go back to the House of Legends.
That's right.
You're not there. I don't see you.
I'm way ahead of you.
Yeah, Jeremy Minosa says Gear was in the cartoon, so that's probably why.
Probably why. Makes sense. Yes, that was a horrible comic. I did not like that comic. The Tim Drake version of Batman Beyond. Not well received, I don't think either.
I did not read that comic at all. I was aware of it, but I never read it.
Don't.
I was mostly aware of Tim Drake as Batman Beyond and the Futures End storyline.
Yeah, it was a big like who is it? It was like you're trying to figure out who is the Batman. I'm not sure if it was Batman Beyond exactly what hit that was his name, what they gave him. There might have been some sort of other name behind it, but yeah, it was a big who is it? And then they finally revealed it, and it was like, oh, that's bad. That's really bad.
Well, how did they justify it being Tim Drake as opposed to Terry
Off the
McGinnis?
top of my head, I don't know. I have no idea.
No,
Sorry, man.
no choice.
Do it again.
I'm gonna have to go read the comics then.
Oh well. Good luck. That's a lot of issues.
So there you go, guys. So next Tuesday there is going to be some new bounty added to the Brainiac Returns DLC, which is a bit sad. It kind of screws up our schedule. Like we play on Friday, so we'll probably play the bounty next Friday. But by then, most of you guys will probably have played it 1,000 times. We'll see. We'll figure something out.
See, now it messes with everything. This new change. It's almost like you should have sided with me to begin with.
Then no choice. We're gonna have to change Live at 5 to Tuesday.
Live at Tuesday. Live at 5 Tuesday.
Yeah, but then what happens to Evil Friday?
I told you, man. This messes with everything.
We'll figure something out. So anyway, guys, next week, next Tuesday, there is going to be some new rewards. There is going to be a new bounty. And for the producer letter, if you guys did not see the video, go watch that video. You'll get a glimpse of what the devs are planning for the next few months. Sadly, the bad news, there doesn't seem to be a Save the Universe event coming up. Any thoughts about that, Mr. Nix?
I think it's too early for us to be discussing too far into it. I'd rather keep it to something else that we could discuss. But yeah, I would have liked to save the universe as well, but obviously the devs are obviously very busy with what they have right now and what the content is that they have coming up for us next week. Who knows? Yeah, I wish it was there, but it's not. And that's okay. It's not the end of the world.
So there is a style for the Save the Universe there is a style for the Homecoming event. It seems some sort of Raven-like costume, but I can't really tell what that is.
I didn't look into it enough. I'm not positive about that style either. It looked very strange to me when I first saw it.
For the Year of the Dragon, there seems to be some sort of dragon wing style and some sort of horns, dragon horns. So I guess we'll get a few new styles thanks to that. And obviously, there's going to be Batman Day. And the one thing we can see from the hint, the teaser, is that there will be a new Batman T-shirt, an 85th anniversary, an 85-year Batman T-shirt. Will we get the Batman emblem for Batman Day? Hopefully, they will do like they did with Superman last year, and they will give us the yellow oval Batman emblem once more. We don't know just yet. We're going to have to wait and find out. We will get more information on July 26th. Basically, on July 26th, the devs will be at the San Diego ComicCon. There will be this big panel with this big daybreak panel revolutionizing Legends, the evolution of iconic online games. So they will have a big panel with DC Universe Online, with Lords of the Rings Online, with Dungeons and Dragons Online, and with EverQuest. So they will have a panel talking about what's coming up with those games. So DC Universe Online will be included in that. If you guys are going to San Diego Comic Con, let us know and send us some pictures. And that's pretty much all I can think of right now, Mr. Nix.
I would just say that expect us to go a little more in depth with the development letter and anything else that what's happening over this next week when we do our next Let's Talk, which is next Sunday with Iconic Simulation. So I'll wait for that. There's tons of stuff for us to discuss, and we look forward to seeing you guys then. Other than that, we'll probably be live at 5 next Friday, right? Or, well, I mean, who knows, right? Like, do you want to move it to Tuesday?
No,
I
we'll,
don't know. No,
we'll
keep it Friday. Keep it
we'll,
Friday.
we'll keep it Friday. There's a few reasons why we keep it Friday. Uh, One of the reasons is because we want we're doing it on Thursday before, but on Thursday people are working on the next day, and it was a bit of a mess. As opposed to on Friday the weekend is just around the corner. People are done with their week's work. They're looking forward to the weekend. They can already sit down and relax. So we'll keep it Friday unless we have a really good reason to change it to Tuesday. Live at 5 will remain Friday at least for a while.
Sounds good.
So next week we should have live at 5 on Friday, and then the Sunday afterwards we should have our Let's Talk. Let's Talk episode 4, I think.
Yes, sorry, I was just commenting on the post. Yes.
That's right.
Yes.
So next week we should have next Sunday we should have Let's Talk. Not this Sunday. Next Sunday, July 21st, we should have Let's Talk number 4, and
Yes.
we should have a guy called Iconic Simulation who will join us for that one.
Never heard of him.
That's all right. So any last words,
Right.
Mr. Nix?
Just thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you guys are able to join us next Friday. I hope you guys are able to enjoy the new content that's coming next week. Lots of good stuff coming Tuesday, and hopefully it sparks a little bit of a drive in you guys who are burnt out already in this DLC. I know I am.
So there you go, guys. So this was Live at 5. Thank you for coming and join us to play some games, some missions. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye, guys.
Take care.